Okay, hello everyone, Robert Martin here, welcome back to another video. So, today I want to talk a bit about Cold War, right? Because it's everywhere now, there's nothing much to say about it. But Cold War, all in all, isn't that great of a Call of Duty game. In fact, it's probably one of the worst Call of Duty games we've gotten in a while. But that differs depending on your taste and interest, right? Now, I personally think Cold War is one of the best Call of Duty games we've gotten in a long time, but people have had a crap ton of issues with it, which I completely understand. But I think it is probably one of the best Call of Duty games we've had in a while. The campaign was amazing, the multiplayer is absolute trash, and I hate it, as do a lot of people, and zombies I think is the only thing that somewhat redeems this game. So I thought today, to do something interesting, I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on zombies and everything that I can understand and take from this new map on Die Maschine, and give you my thoughts and opinions. Now, before I get started, I just want to say we also did it. So, if you don't know what I mean by we did it, if you haven't been checking in on my streams or anything recently, we finally completed the Easter egg for Die Maschine. So I'll get more into the Easter egg later on in the video, but we finally completed it. It was chaos and hell to do, but we did it in the end. So I just want to thank everyone, well, who I did it with, who will be in this video, for helping out and stuff like that. So we sealed the deal, we beat the map, and now we're good to go. Anyways, that's done and dusted. Now, before we get started, I just want to quickly uh, talk about the other two bases of the games before I get into zombies, right? So, for those that don't know, campaign takes place between BO2 and BO1. That's where this campaign takes place. Now, the campaign in itself was actually really enjoyable. I personally think it was one of the best campaigns we've gotten for a Call of Duty game, well, since BO2. I think the campaign was the most enjoyable campaign and really connects you with the actual whole series of Black Ops again, except it, like, it doesn't do the stupid crap that BO3 did, which makes no sense in the story timeline, and BO4 trying to fix that timeline by making it worse. But I personally think this is probably one of the best, campaigns we've had in a long time. Now, multiplayer is just unbalanced, broken, and is just downright toxic as all crap. But it's not just toxic, it's just it genuinely feels unfinished. It doesn't feel like it was fully created, done, or it still feels like it's in beta, basically. It feels like they just rushed everything out and brought it out on console. Now, I'm playing this on PS4, not on PS5, so I'm not sure if it'll be different on PS5, but on PS4, it just feels so unrushed. It just feels so rushed, it doesn't feel finished. It feels like it's still being in development. Anyways, enough about that, let's talk about zombies. So, where to start with zombies? Well, I think the best place to start about the zombies experience will be the story. So the story of everything that's happened so far from start to finish. So if you haven't played previous Black Ops Zombie stories, right? Now this doesn't include any other zombie stories, so this doesn't include Advanced Warfare, World War II, Infinite Warfare, or anything like that. Those do not count, or no, not canon in the Treyarch stories for zombies, and Chaos don't count either. So the maps like 9 and the Voyage of the Damned and all that they don't count. They're not canon. For what the story we're talking about here, we're talking about the Aethys story, so the Primus, Ultimus, and Victus crew, what we'll be talking about today. So, if you haven't played previous games, it's basically, to sum it up as much as I can, there is a group of people, or group of Nazi researchers that have discovered a new element known as Element 115, which came from the dark ether created by Apothicons, which are the big bloody tentacle things you find in BO3 and stuff like that, like the keepers and stuff like that. So that's basically the Apothicons. They basically crashed a meteorite into Earth, known as Element 115, which the Nazi scientists used to create the Ultimate Soldier, which ended up being zombies. And that caused a whole lot of chaos, which ended in the activation of Group 935. So it started off with American soldiers, one being Tank Dempsey, who was captured in the end and got brought to a research lab in in Germany, or asylum in Germany, which they all woke up in, being oh no, it wasn't, was it? It was in D Machine. They got, no, what map was it? I can't even think what map it was, but they got broken up. This group of people for Group 935, which led us with the characters of its scientist, Dr. Edward Richtofen, the Russian Nikolai Belensky. You had Tank Dempsey and Takio. I can't pronounce his last name, some people are gonna bother. Anyways, the story goes on about them for the entire time. Then it gets rebooted in the Ultimus universe, or Primus universe, whichever one was the other one. Based during World War One, same characters, same sort of deal, etc., etc. And if you've played the rest of the campaign, it leads you to BO4, which is at the end of BO4. If you haven't played it, ends with one of the main characters' daughters, Samantha, and child version of Edward Richtofen, Eddie, leaving after fixing everything that happened with the ether, and etc., etc., yada yada yada. Now, this campaign takes place years after the events of Tag der Toten, and is about Reva, which if you played the Black Ops campaign, you would know very well, and well, I hope you would know very well. And it also takes place with an unknown character known as Maxis. Now, if you've played the zombies before, you will know who Maxis is. Well, in this game, Maxis is the code name for a German spy. I think it was a German spy, and we now know is Samantha. Now, it's about Samantha explaining that there was something going wrong at one of the Nazi research base, which had been taken over by Russians, or the KBG, and that's where D Machine takes place, which is just basically a giant remaster of the map Nacht der Toten, which was the first map you get from World at War. Now, before I go on, I want to quickly make a little theory, right? So, I have a theory about everything that's going on in this game. Okay, so at the end of Tag der Toten, which is the final map in BO4, you have Nikolai, Takio, Dempsey, and Richtofen, and their other forms of the Ultimus crew, I think is the original crew, I could say, with the zombie Richtofen, etc., etc. Well, they all got poisoned at the end of Tag der Toten, and Nikolai asks Samantha and Eddie to kill him to end the cycle officially, right? Now, Eddie and Samantha are the only ones to survive, and this is, so, they leave, they go back out of the dark ether, and everything is set back to normal. They live their lives as it is. Now, the zombies somehow came back, meaning the dark ether was opened, which we now know because of this map and D Machine. The dark ether was opened, and everything that was in it is coming back out. Now, Samantha is now working with Weaver and the FBI as a spy amongst the KBG, as well as the German, I can't think of what the German thing was during the time period, but them. Samantha they're basically the undercover spy, leaking information to Weaver. Now, after the events that take place here, we know Samantha is canon in this new story, going by the codename of Maxis, but who started all of these, as they say in the game? I'm pretty sure it's anomalies in the game. Now, my theory is, right, there is a character, as you know, you have Eddie, which is a child version of Dr. Edward Richtofen. Now, he saw everything that happened when he was a kid, so he remembers just as much as Samantha does of everything that happened, everything that took place. Now, because these things took place, I think, and here's my theory, I think Eddie, when he's grown up, has turned back to Dr. Edward Richtofen because he's now become, once again, fascinated with death. Now, don't quote me on this because I haven't played BO4 in a long time and I'm just going off from what I remember, but that's my theory. I think Edward, or Eddie, has now become Dr. Edward Richtofen and is now restarted this cycle of going back to the beginning at Nacht der Toten and starting the cycle once more of, well, you know, just creating all the zombies and stuff, bringing the dark ether and everything that was in it, including Monty and the Shadow Man, bringing all of them, the Apothicons, all in all, back out into the new world and screwing with reality just as he has before, messing with time, using the blood to restart the cycle and making a new cycle which we can use in his favor later on. Now that's my theory, is that it is an older Edward Richtofen. Now, I know people saying that Nolan North has made a thing, basically him saying, okay, I'm not playing Richtofen, Richtofen isn't coming back, the whole of that is done and dusted. I think he did that on purpose, so Activision told him to make that, because they want him, or they're going to bring Edward back, or a new version of Eddie back into it, of Edward Richtofen, and he's going to be taking over once again to take over the storyline. Now that's just my theory, right? I think I'm 100% certain that the big bad villain that Samantha was talking about, who she said she had a friend in the KBG, or had a friend, or late friend in the KBG, which I have a feeling was Nikolai at the time, but it can't be because Nikolai's dead. But this other person being this German scientist that, started it all before the new KBG came along and looked into everything. I think, and I have the feeling that that might be Eddie. Now, I can't say anything for certain, but that's just my theory. I think the big bad villain of this game is going to turn out to be Eddie or Edward Richtofen, who's trying to start a new cycle and start effing over again. Anyways, let's move into gameplay. So, gameplay on Call of Duty Zombies is completely different to previous installments of the game. It is massively improved, yet completely different and, well, unique to what it was in the original franchise. Now, BO4 in itself changed a lot of gameplay mechanics. Now, it still had the original shoot, get points, buy stuff, etc., etc., but this new way of playing, I think, works extremely well, but yet is incredibly hard to work with. Now, the difference between the original and this one is that you had the option to, like, you had this, it's hard to explain. You couldn't upgrade perks for starters and give it more strength and abilities to abuse your health system, but now you can. You can upgrade your perks and give it different abilities and stuff, which keeps it there permanently, basically, and that is very, well, different, and it's not the same as it was originally. And then the idea of starting in with the weapon of your choice is really weird idea as well. Now, I know people were saying that, it's what's the big deal of starting with a weapon? Well, zombies is known to be a survival, and the thing about survival is you start off with nothing, and you're supposed to gain stuff over time the longer you survive, right? You don't have to do that anymore. You can start in with any weapon you want besides wonder weapons, and it just makes it, well, easy. Now, the zombies themselves have been vastly improved in damage and speed wise, because by round 3 you can already get sprinters and runners in by round 3, which if you do not have Jug or do not have Shield by scene, I don't know, we'll say scene 10, you're dead. If you get hit 2 times by scene 10 by a zombie, you're gone. That's game. Over, done, dusted. It made the zombies harder, yet it's made it easier at the same time. So it is a harder game to play, but it's also an easier and yet more enjoyable experience at the same time. It makes it, like, difficult to control. Well, it's not difficult to control necessarily. It's just the zombies themselves are too difficult to deal with. Especially like the dogs and stuff that can get you in literally like 2 bites and you're gone. It makes it, and then the fact that they can jump and leap at you from any range, they can be like far away from you, jump at you, and they immediately get you. It makes it really annoying. And then the brute that they have in this map, so there's 2 types of brutes, right? You have this one brute, which is the radioactive poison one, which splits into 2 different versions of it, like 2 different skinny zombie ones, which do a crap ton of damage, but like crap ton of damage to you. And then when you go into the Dark Aether, which is a new gameplay mechanic, you can travel between different realities. If you go into the Dark Aether, you get this other type of brute, which he basically just needs to slam you and you're gone. You basically just lost all your shield, all your health, and that's game. I don't know, it's different, it's a new experience, and it's good, but it's also bad at like the same time. That makes sense? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think it's a very well, really unique experience to play. And then like if you're on the stairs, right, and the brute's in front of you, you can't jump past it, you can't avoid it, you have to run away from it. And then it's so easy to get cornered in this game as well, because like since you can jump onto things and you can mount things and climb things now, if you try like doing stuff like that, you can get cornered severely easily, and you can get caught on dead zombies as well. So you can start, like you might be walking backwards shooting zombies, and then you'll just get stuck because there's a dead zombie on the ground which you can't get past, and you're gonna have to either jump over or try and avoid while walking. And if you don't notice that and there's too many zombies in front of you, well, you're dead. But it's also good that it gives you these new specialist abilities which are very intriguing. Um, there's a whole bunch of it, and the armor system's different as well. And then the upgrading system for Pack-a-Punching is different, because you can get 3 different versions of Pack-a-Punch. You can choose what ability you want on your gun, like for Brain Rot, Electric Cherry, or whatever the other ones on, stuff like that. There are new perks introduced, which isn't that big of a deal, but I think it's just, little little different. But then again, that's just me. And yeah, that really sums up the gameplay side of things. There's nothing really much else to say about the gameplay. That's pretty much all of it. Anyways, I think the next thing we should talk about would be the Easter egg, I guess. Yeah. So, where to begin for this one? The Easter egg is really different. So, the steps consist of finding different things around the map, speaking to ghosts, building and creating every variant of the DIE machine or die ray gun, and then fighting brutes, training brutes, capturing them, turning them into radioactive creatures, and hunting down brutes that you mind controlled and stuff like that. Now I'll make a full Easter egg guide on how to do everything later on down the path, but I'm basically just getting my notes down and how to complete everything and how to summarize it. Now, this was my 8th attempt at doing the Easter egg ever. And it's okay if you want to solo it, right? It is a very difficult soloing matter. It is easy, don't get me wrong, but you need the right guns to do it. So my recommendation is the shotgun you can get next to Juggernaut. Get that, upgrade it. If you know how to do the free legendary upgrade, do that. If you know, try and upgrade it to its max capacity. And then once you have to build your DIE and you've done everything, got every variant, stuff like that, my recommendation is use the electric version of that, because it is extremely overpowered. But yeah, so how the Easter egg consists, right? Step by step, I'll try and explain it. So first off, you come in, you turn on power, you go into the Dark Aether and you get your path for Pack-a-Punch, you build Pack-a-Punch. After that, you have to go back into the Dark Aether, you have to find these 3 different, like a rod, a battery pack, and a sensor, which create this little, well, what I would say, to quote a previous installment of Zombies, an Agarthan device, which all you have to do is it hunts down anomalies around the map, and you interact with them, etc, etc. So you build that, but every time you go apart, a total of 6 dogs will spawn in. So there's 3 parts around the map, and they spawn in at random locations. So there's 3 different locations where these things can spawn in, right? But only it's completely random which one spawns in first out of these 3 locations. So you might get it in your first Dark Aether run or your second Dark Aether run. Sometimes that happens, I don't know. Then once you've built that, you go to the buildable bench underneath Pack-a-Punch, you build that, then you have to go go into another Dark Aether portal, talk to ghosts, pick up a book, talk to ghosts, give them the book, And after that, you have to build your ray gun. Which to get the free ray gun, you have to like kill one of the brutes, kill the two forms, or drop a keycard. You grab that, kill zombies in front of this thing in like the Canada Totem. After that, you get that, you get all your upgrades. Then you have to shoot all the things on that. It'll ask for a zombie. You put a zombie, like the brute in there. You split it into two. You put one of those two things in. Then you do the second. Same. Do it again with the second one. After you've done that, it'll go into the machine thing. Then after that, you'll have to like interact with the computer. It will let a like mind-ridden zombie come out. Oh, well, you need a golden ball first, and then yeah, yada yada yada. And then like you get the zombie out. He's scared of everything, so he runs away. You need to get into the dark ether one last time. Talk to his ghost form of him, his old past memories. Interact with the photo. Give it to him. He'll calm down. And then you do your boss fight, and after the boss fight you have to exfil, and if you don't exfil, you failed the boss fight. Now there's no ending cutscene either, which was a big letdown for this, well, for this game, but I think they're doing what they do with Advanced Warfare, how it didn't have an ending cutscene, it just had like that intro cutscene thing that you could get. I think that's the only thing you can get in this is the intro cutscene for each map. There was not going to be enough to, like, after each cutscene anymore, because I don't think the PS5 is able to do it, or I have no idea why they can't do it. But the Easter egg, all in all, is fairly easy. In fact, it's probably one of the easiest try Easter eggs out there. It's just, you get so overrun with zombies, it's ridiculous. The steps are incredibly easy, and it is incredibly easy to train one zombie for sure. But it is so easy to just lose track of your rounds, the zombie dying, etc, etc, and that ruins it. But there's nothing really much to say, so I'm gonna stop talking about what I think of Cold War Zombies, and I'm sorry if I'm really quiet. It's just really late and I'm very tired, but I wanted to get this video out there. So that's just generally my thoughts on everything, what I know, etc, etc. I'll make more videos explaining more stuff, but I think it's just best if you guys watch what the boss fight looks like so you can understand. So yeah, that's it for me, and I guess I'll let you guys enjoy the boss fight. So this is the boss fight, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya. Okay, now we need to protect what's his name, so follow him and protect him.
These faces are familiar to me. I knew them once. Years past. They were my simia, my family. I came here to this cursed land to do a job. Amiga, they had me. Yet, they made me turn on this machine of the devil. It caused horrible things. I caused horrible things. Amiga Group, they have big plans. You are here to stop them. I will help you. We will shut off this infernal machine. Close the gateway. It will be the first step. I will repair the damage I have done.
Well, no, we need to protect him now.
I must confess, Weaver, I did not believe this would work. I commend your out-of-box thinking. Deactivate the accelerator's priority 1 strike team. That they can do it. Buy the time it needs.
Move. Why would you do it? Oh, shit. He's lagged out, I'm getting off. Yeah, I was gonna say, holy shit, don't do that, man. Follow him, wherever he's going next. He's over here. Oh, this kills you as well, shit. I've got like no weapon for the thing. Oh dude, I'm gonna die, man. I'm dead. Come on, give me ammo, man. This is the hardest, like, this is the hardest part here. I need to move or I'm gonna die. So we got electric, I suggest you use it now.
On your feet.
Oh, I see. Oh, shit, hang on. I'm gonna do this. I don't have Aether Shroud. Jesse, do you have Aether Shroud? Pop it into survival quickly. Cause I'm gonna need to roam because they're all on me. No, I'm dead. I'm gonna lose speed. Ah, damn it. Okay, I've lost a lot of my shit. Almost there, getting there. So am I, because I'm 2 hit gone. Does anyone have does electric have ammo? Need you to protect the guy down here. Because he can't work on because there's too many zombies on him. I'm dead. I'm gone. Oh, lucky. I think we just need to kill these guys now because, like, he's not working until we kill the guys that are on him. So, oh come on! I need ammo for this gun, but it's no one's dropping it. That's it, done. Yeah. Yeah, whoever's got electric needs to host now, well, needs to run because he needs to get us to Xville.
That's all I need to hear. Raptor 1 is inbound, strike team. Get the hell out of there.
Okay, go. Oh, I'm dead. As long as one person can get to the helicopter, then that's it. Because we'll win as long as one person can get to it. Yeah, it's only up to Jesse now. Yeah, if you have either revive thing. Nice. Done, that's it.
This is Raptor 1, strike team on board.
Good job, lads. That was it. Oh, holy crap.
Requiem, Alpha site just went nuclear. Facility has been destroyed. Good work, strike team. We've closed the breach. But I got a feeling Omega Group is just getting started.
Oh, they better not do another Nuketown map, I swear to God. Okay, I'm saving that